Okay, hello guys. So, this is our money analysis for today. Now, we want to quickly look briefly at what's happening with the economic calendar before we look at the charts. This economic calendar is packed with a lot of high impact events this week, so it's going to determine a whole lot of the trading that we do throughout the week. Right, so number one is today, Tuesday, you have JOLTS job openings, right? JOLTS job openings. So JOLTS means job 1 minute, please. Okay, so JOLTS means job openings and labor turnover survey, right? It measures the amount of jobs that are open in the US per time that need people to fill it, right? The number of jobs open in the US per time that needs people to fill it, right? So whenever this number is very, very, very high, it tells you that the numbers of new jobs of jobs open in the US is very high, and that's a positive for employment. That's a positive for employment. Last month's data was 8.79 million. The forecast for this new month is 8.73 million. So whenever these numbers go high, it tells it's a positive for the US dollar, which means the US dollar tends to rally when the numbers are higher. Then when the numbers come down, the US dollar tends to sell because of the reduction in those numbers, right? So yes, that's for job openings. This is very important. This is a very important data. This will be out today, 4 p.m. GMT +1. Also, at that same time, we're having consumer confidence, CB consumer confidence. You know, this measures the confidence of the US consumer, right? Because the economy of the US is powered by the consumer, you know, so people spend a lot of money. That's the reason why the US economy is so big, you know. So the wealth of the individual trickles into basically the wealth of the nation, as it were, right? So this confidence measures how well the consumer in the US is still doing in terms of when you look at the narratives of the recent past, when we talk about interest rate hike, inflation, and all of that. So if these numbers are high, also, it means that that's a good thing for the dollar. If it's low, it means that's not such a good thing for the dollar, right? So we're waiting for these two data points today. Then tomorrow we're going to have some very important ones. I'll focus more on the dollar data. We have FOMC. FOMC is Federal Open Market Committee statement. It's basically the interest rate data for the US is always very volatile. Always very volatile, right? So it's by tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT +1. And then after that event is out, there will be a press statement 30 minutes after, by 8:30. So the data was 5.5%. We call this the benchmark interest rate, or the core interest rate, right? So this is set by the central bank. The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the US, all right? So it was at 5.5% last month. The forecast is that it will remain at 5.5% this month, right? So when the actual comes out, that will be about 5.5%. You know, from experience, most of the time the forecast is usually right. It's usually right. You know, there's a consensus around it and it's usually correct, right? But usually after 30 minutes and the speech happens, this is when the market is usually going to react the most. You know, the market tends to usually react the most at the time the press conference happens, where the Federal Reserve Chairman, which is central bank chairman, will be talking about the data that got released and a whole lot of other things that were in the report that they released, right? So that's when we are seeing we'll see a lot of volatility in the market. So there's going to be a lot of volatility tomorrow in the market. And usually when there's a major event that's coming and is likely to have a strong impact on the market tends to be a bit slow in anticipation of that event. So the market will not, it's in not all the time, but a lot of times the market tends to be a bit slow when the market is not sure in what direction that particular news is going to drive the market. You see that the market calms down a little bit, the market is a bit slow until that news happens. And once that news happens, you see that the market will move in one particular direction. Right? So that's what we are going to be expecting tomorrow. Then on Thursday, we have interest rate data for the USD economy, sorry, for the GBP economy, for the UK economy. So this has to do with interest rate. This is also very volatile. This is going to affect GBP pairs, GBP USD, GBP AUD, GBP JPY, GBP NZD, Euro GBP. This is going to have a strong effect on all these GBP pairs. Okay, the data for last month was 5.25%, and the forecast is that it will still remain at 5.25% this month. So when the actual comes out, we're likely going to see the actual at about the same 5.25%, right? So you can see that there are some very important news. So these are not news that you just ignore and you keep trading. No, when you know that an event like this is going to come out, you pause your trading. You pause your trading. You don't just trade into it. You know, you don't keep your trade running when this news is going to be out. If you're trading GBP USD, you can't be trading at just before 1 p.m. and keep your trade running. It will definitely disrupt some things in the market. There are times where the trade will go in your favor. There are times where the trade will go against your position. But you want to be sure what's going on. You want to have an understanding of what's going on, you know, and maybe put commands, put orders around your trades. I mean, you know, put orders around your trades, like stop loss order, like take profit order, and all of that. You make sure those things are set. You know, if your trade is in profit, you want to make sure you remove the risk on your trade by breaking even on your trade. You want to do all those things before this news comes out. Or you might as well, if your trade is in positive, you might as well collect your profit at that time and just move on until the news is over. Then on Friday, we have non-farm payroll. This is a very high impact data. It comes out once every month. Every Friday of the month it comes out. This is the first Friday of the month, February the 2nd, and we're going to be seeing a huge impact from that on Friday, right? So I wanted to quickly go through this so that we'll have an idea of what the economic calendar looks like this week before we start taking trades. So today is the first day we need to keep our eyes. By 4 p.m., of course, we can trade all the way from now till then, but before this news, JOLTS job openings comes out, we want to be able to make sure that we keep our trades. We set stops on our trades, stop loss, take profit, and all of that. You know, set around our trades to just make sure that when this news comes out, we don't see any surprise, you know, with the trades that we already have running. Okay. All right, so let's quickly look at what's happening with the dollar index. Now, from the analysis we did, if you saw the analysis we did on Saturday, we said that we're expecting the dollar index to continue to rally until it gets to this resistance level here. So my bias here, my anticipation is that one of the news we have this week is going to drive price to this area, either here or here. You know, one of the events that we have this week is going to drive price to this area. Once price moves to this area, hits this area, I will know that price is going to start to sell on a significant note, on a significant basis, right? So some of the events we have today, maybe Joe's job as of today, some of the events we have this week, I mean, Joe's job is today, we have FOMC tomorrow, we have NFP on Friday. One or two or three of those events is going to, are definitely going to drive price somewhere here. And then we'll start seeing price start to sell. That is my anticipation. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen. I'm just saying that is my bias. That's what I think is going to happen. You know, this is from experience. That's what I have seen happen. You know, price might just go up the way, hits this place, the reverse and start coming. And then in the next few weeks, in the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, you just see price trending downwards like that. You know, so we're still waiting for that. Market is a bit slow. This is the beginning of Tuesday. We didn't see a significant movement in the market yesterday, you know, but then we're expecting that today might be a bit different. Who knows? But if the market is slow, it means that it's usually slow because there are some events coming today evening, tomorrow, and all that, and the market is just quiet and waiting for that. So in that case, if you enter any trades, you want to be able to take your profits quickly. You don't want to stay in the trades for too long, because whenever the market slows down and waits for an event, the event tends to be a high impact one. You know, the event tends to be like a very, you know, one that has a very huge impact on the market. So this is gold. You know, okay, so we initially was anticipating that gold would sell, but over the weekend we saw that there was an attack by Houthi rebels on some vessels in the Red Sea. So we've seen that since that happened, gold didn't seem to sell again. It just started buying. You know, just didn't seem to sell again, just started buying. And he's been trying to buy since yesterday, got to this point, pulled back, got to the point, pulled back, and now it suddenly looks like he starts to buy. He's starting to buy. All right. So if he's going to buy, this is probably where we're going to be looking to take the first take profit. But here, how are we going to enter this trade? Let's see how we are going to enter this trade, right? So this is the entry we would see on this trade right now. Let me take this out. So this is going to be the entry on this trade right now. This is a buy trade. So this is the trade, and this is going to be our stop loss. Stop loss, take profit. Stop loss, take profit. Okay. Yeah. So now this is a significant trade, right? This trade is, the target on this trade is probably like 200 pips. You can see the target on this trade is 212 pips, right? And then the stop loss is 60 pips. The stop loss is 60 pips, the take profit is 200 pips, right? So that's a very good risk to reward ratio. That's a very good risk to reward ratio. So let's put out the parameters for this one. XAU USD gold. SAU USD buy limit. It's going to be a buy limit trade. Buy limit. So we have the entry price. Entry price is what now? Let's see what that is. Entry price is 2035.18. 2035.18. Then we have stop loss. Stop loss. We have take profit. Take profit. So let's see what are the prices there, parameters there. So stop loss is at 29.22, 2029.22. That's our stop loss, 2029. That's stop loss. Then our take profit is at what? We're buying, so we're expecting a take profit that's a bit high. Okay, 2050, 2056.40. Okay. Okay, so these are the entry parameters for the gold that I personally will be looking at, right? So these are the entry parameters for gold I'll personally be looking at, right? So yeah, we're seeing a potential buy on gold right there, a potential buy on gold right here. So we have the target here of over 200 pips in profit. Then we have a stop loss of around 60 pips in profit, 60 pips stop loss, right? So when you're taking this kind of trade, you know that you are going to make your lot size very small. Your lot size is going to be very small when you're taking this kind of trade. Why? Because the stop loss is a bit high and this take profit is also a bit high, right? The stop loss is a bit high, the take profit is a bit high. On this trade, we have about a risk to reward ratio of 3.5, which means that if you're risking $35, you are targeting to make 3.5. If you're risking, let's say you're risking $30, you are probably going to make about $100. That's the risk to reward ratio on this trade right now, right? So this is gold. This is the entry parameters there. So let's see what we have for Euro USD and if we have anything on Euro USD. Now, because we are still expecting a move in USD, US dollar, which is dollar index, we're expecting dollar index to keep rising, to rise. I personally would still expect Euro USD to fall, sell to this area. With the news coming out today, it's very, very, it's in USD news. All right, so it's going to affect the USD more than anything else, more than any currency, right? Now, the currency pair that has the strongest correlation with the dollar index is Euro USD. You know, so that's why personally Euro USD is the one I would like to avoid under these circumstances for this time. Other pairs like gold can be very separate from gold. Also has this opposite relationship with the dollar index, but when something happens, like maybe there's some kind of an attack or a problem somewhere in the world, gold is always a beneficiary of turmoil, you know. So gold will tend to decouple in terms of you see a divergence between gold and dollar index, you know. You see that all the time, you know, whenever something significant happens in the world, right? So yeah, that's what we're seeing there. I will personally be expecting price to get to this point again. If I'm going to buy Euro USD, I want price to get back to this area here before I enter another buy, right? So I'll hold on for that. I'll wait for that to play out. You know, probably we'll see something like this. You know, this is there's what we call patterns in the market. We might see something like this. We call this a W pattern. It's a bullish pattern. We call this a W pattern, and it's a bullish pattern. So very likely price is going to buy from here all the way to this point, right? So probably price comes down to this point, and then it buys from here all the way to that point. In that case, the entry will be somewhere here. Stop loss will be somewhere below. Stop loss will be somewhere below, and then take profit will be all the way up there. All right. So yeah, that is the possibility. That's what we put. That's the possibility of this kind of this move. But then it's all based on how the news plays out. It's all based on this is technical analysis. This is technical analysis, and we can definitely see this right now. But then we're still going to have to wait for the news to play out. And usually my approach is sometimes what I would like to do is that when I'm still expecting some kind of move, maybe on the dollar index and stuff like that, and I know that Euro USD is strongly correlated with the dollar index, what I want to do is I want price to get to this area and then hit this area. Instead of buying here, I would rather not buy here. I'll wait for price to give me a buy signal here. When price hits this point, makes a pull up, and price starts going up, then of course I will now know very clearly that, oh, price has started buying. Then I will be able to get an entry going up. This is from here to here is about 90 pips. I don't really need 90 pips. So all I need is price get to this point. So even if it breaks down here or something, I won't mind. Let it turn around and give me a clear bullish signal. Once it give me a clear bullish signal, then of course I'll be able to get on a buy trade very comfortably, right? So for me, I will still hold on this trade, even though this pattern looks organized, looks like it's likely to happen, but I will still be careful because of the news, right? Let's see, what else do we have? Okay. This is AUDJPY. AUDJPY is a very, very interesting pair to trade. I've been looking at it a lot recently, and AUDJPY is a very, very interesting pair to trade. Can be very sweet to trade, right? So let's see, do we have any this trade has already moved and played out the way I would expect, but right now there isn't any trade I see here at this time, right? So this move here, this sell right here is a good one. It would have been a very good entry. Yeah, good entry around this top here. This area here would be a very good entry. I wasn't watching this so much, you know. So this would have been a very good entry and a very good area for entry right here. You know, price currently coming down. Now, in this case, when price moves like this, we always have to wait to see a pullback, right? So that's why I said there is no entry at this time. No entry. I don't see any potential entry yet at this time. So we're going to have to hold on with that. Whenever there's an entry, I'll always be able to send that out, right? CAD JPY, what do we see on CAD JPY? Okay, this is the trade we gave out. This trade is still running. Interesting. This is good. I gave out this trade on Friday, I think. I gave out this trade on Friday, and this trade is still running right now. Where is the trade? Okay, very nice. The trade is still running. Okay, so this trade is currently running, and yeah, so we're expecting that price is going to move all to this point, all the way to this point. This was our entry point right here. We entered somewhere around here. We're expecting that price is going to go all the way to this place and hit our take profit. Okay. Yeah, so there's no more entry on that one at this time. USD JPY. Okay, so this is JPY seems like it's set for a sell. We gave a JPY trade this morning. So if you haven't seen that, that's in the group. We gave a USD JPY sell trade this morning. Okay, so we had a sell trade on USD JPY already this morning. So we're expecting a sell on USD JPY this morning, right? So yeah, so this is the area where we expect a sell to happen, somewhere around here. Okay. This is the area where we expect the sell to happen. I'm expecting that price will push up to this area here, and then start to sell, and then start to sell from there. So I won't give us the parameters on this one now because we already gave out a USD JPY trade this morning. So since we already gave a USD JPY trade this morning, and the USD JPY trade we gave is, I think it's even very close to this parameter I'm doing here right now. I think it's still about the same we're doing here now. It's about the same thing that we already gave out this morning on USD JPY, right? So this is what I'll be expecting to do. This is what I will be expecting USD JPY to be. You know, yeah. Okay, good. That's what I'll be expecting. But like I said, I'm not giving this out because we already gave out a USD JPY trade. USD CHF, yeah, so USD CHF is another trade that we give out. Okay, this trade, I set it out and I changed the stop loss, the take profit on this trade. I changed the take profit on this trade to this area, and this actually hit take profit yesterday, okay, because I was expecting this kind of up and down movement of some sort, right? I was expecting this sort of up and down movement. We did this analysis on Saturday, you know, so we're expecting this kind of up and down movement like that because of what I'm seeing on the dollar index, you know, so that's why I decided to change the take profit. So this trade hits take profit yesterday, you know, so but then we're still seeing that price seems to be buying from here. We're going to watch to see how that plays out. I would say that the news, I expect that the news is going to, you know, the news that we're expecting today is going to have a good effect on this currency right here, because this is also very correlated with the dollar index, right? So the dollar index, whenever the dollar index is buying, USD CHF tends to buy. It's not a perfect correlation, but it's a good one. Okay, it's not a perfect correlation, but it's a good one, right? So for that, I will want to see what the dollar index does, you know, before I am able to trade on USD CHF, right? Okay, so this one will put an end to this. So right now, guys, we'll have a link. We'll have a link where you can join our Telegram group. We'll have a link where you can join our Telegram group, and also where you can and when you can sign up with us. If you're not trading with us yet, you can see what you will be gaining by trading with us, right? We give out these trades every day. We have a group where we give people free trades, free signals, trades that are very highly accurate, because we are analyzing the markets. We are analyzing the market. We are studying the markets, and we are telling you what to do, what actions to take in the market, right? So if you're not already with us, there's going to be a link under this video. Just click on that link, sign up with us, and then you'll be able to begin to trade with us the way we're doing right now. And also, like I said, there's a Telegram group there, link under this video. Just click on that to join our Telegram group so that you'll be able to have all the updates that we have there. We have trainings, we have trades, live trades, we have live trading sessions that we do, and all of that that you can take advantage of to improve your profitability and to help you make more money in the financial market. Right? Thank you, guys. I see you guys on the next one.